All right, let's jump right in. Today, we're pulling back the curtain on what it really takes to get your first job in global trade. We're going to focus on freight forwarding, and we're setting our sights on a major global hub, the Emirate of Sharjah.
I mean, think about it for a second. That phone didn't just appear in the store, right? Behind pretty much every single thing you own, there's this huge, invisible network making sure it gets from a factory, maybe halfway across the world, right to you. And the people who conduct that massive orchestra? Well, they're called freight forwarders.
So, why are we talking about Sharjah? Simple. It's all about location, location, location. It's not just another city, it is a critical crossroads for global trade, a place where shipments coming by sea, air, and land all meet.
And here's why it works so well. I mean, just look at this. You've got these major seaports, a busy international airport, and these super important free zones, like the Sharjah Airport International Free Zone. You'll hear it called the Safe Zone. They offer some really big customs advantages. Then you throw in the land border crossings, and you've got a hub that can handle pretty much any kind of cargo going anywhere.
But here's the thing, this massive infrastructure doesn't just run itself. It's all powered by people. So let's talk about where you might fit into this picture. We're going to zoom in on the kind of entry-level job that really makes this whole system work.
So, if you're scrolling through job sites, these are the kinds of titles you're going to see. Operations Coordinator, Logistics Assistant, Import/Export Coordinator. They might sound a little different, but they all boil down to pretty much the same core mission, making sure shipments get from point A to point B without any drama. Each one is just a different door into the same fast-paced world.
So what exactly is a freight forwarder? I love this definition, the architect of global shipping. It's perfect. See, a freight forwarder usually doesn't own the giant container ships or the cargo planes. Instead, they're the master planners. They're the ones figuring out the best routes, dealing with all the complicated paperwork, and basically being the problem solver that makes sure everything goes smoothly.
Okay, so what do you actually do all day? Is it just constant chaos and putting out fires? Not really. It's actually a super structured process. Everything is guided by something called a Standard Operating Procedure, or SOP. You can just think of it as the official playbook for how to handle every single shipment. And this right here, this is the roadmap from that playbook. Pretty much every single shipment you ever handle will go through these 5 core stages. It all starts with the setup. Then you move into document prep, which honestly is probably the most important step. After that, it's on to customs filing. While all that's going on, you're constantly tracking the cargo. And finally, you get to coordinate the final delivery and handle the billing. So let's walk through the first couple of these.
Step 1. It all kicks off with a customer. They need to move something, and they come to you. Your first job is to take all their details, get the new shipment created in your company's computer system, and then you get on the phone or email a carrier, an airline or a shipping line, to book space for that cargo. You are officially getting the ball rolling.
Okay, step 2. And listen, if you only remember one thing from this, let it be this. In the world of logistics, paperwork is absolutely everything. You're going to be handling things like commercial invoices, packing lists, and the big one, the bill of lading. That's basically the contract and the receipt for the goods. You have to be meticulous, because a single typo, one wrong number, can bring a shipment worth millions to a dead stop.
And all that perfect paperwork, well, it all leads to what is often the biggest hurdle in a shipment's entire journey, getting through customs. This is where your attention to detail really gets put to the test. And learning how to navigate customs is probably one of the most valuable skills you'll ever develop in this career.
Now, if there's one number you need to know, just burn this one into your brain. 5%. That's the standard import duty across the UAE. And it's calculated on something called the CIF value. Now, that sounds technical, but it's super simple. It's just the cost of the goods themselves, plus the insurance, plus the freight charges to get them there. You'll be looking at these numbers all day long.
Of course, the exact documents you need depends entirely on what you're doing. For a standard import coming into the country, you've got a whole list, including that bill of lading, or BL, for ocean freight, or an airway bill, an AWB, for air cargo. Exporting stuff out of the country, much simpler. But re-exporting, where goods come in just to be sent right back out again, that's the most complex. You need all the original import documents, plus extra paperwork to prove the goods actually left. Okay, let's play out a scenario. This kind of thing happens all the time. Your shipment has just arrived at the port, but a critical document, like the certificate of origin that proves where the goods were made, is missing. It's stuck with the supplier. Meanwhile, the clock is ticking, and every day the cargo sits there, it's costing money in storage fees. So what do you do? Well, here's the good news.
The system actually has a built-in escape hatch for this exact problem. Sharjah Customs will let you pay a deposit to get the cargo released provisionally. This is a lifesaver. It means you can get the goods out of the port and avoid those expensive delays while you track down that missing document. Once you submit it, you get your deposit back. It's a really practical solution.
Here's another absolutely critical distinction you have to understand: the difference between a free zone and the mainland. See, if goods are just transiting through a free zone, maybe for re-export, they're typically exempt from that 5% duty. They do have to stay in a special secure area, often called a bonded area. But the second those goods are cleared to enter the local market in the UAE, what we call the mainland, boom, that 5% duty gets applied. It's a huge deal that affects cost and all the procedures.
So let's say you've got all this down. You know the ins and outs of Sharjah's customs. You know the ports, you know the free zones. Well, here's the best part. You haven't just learned how to work in one city, you've actually learned the skills to work across the entire country. And here's why.
The key thing to realize is that Sharjah doesn't just make up its own rules. It's fully plugged into the UAE's federal customs system. The rules are unified. That means the procedures, the laws, the duty rates, they are the same whether your shipment lands in Sharjah or Dubai or Abu Dhabi.
And what does that actually mean for you on the job? Well, the benefits are huge. You'll use the same single online portal for customs clearance in all the Emirates. That 5% duty is the same everywhere. The product classification codes, everyone just calls them HS codes, are harmonized across the whole country. And, maybe most importantly, once a shipment is efficiently cleared by customs in Sharjah, you can put it on a truck and drive it to Dubai with no extra customs paperwork. Your skills are 100% transferable.
And this isn't an accident. It's by design. The authorities are constantly working together to make the whole system better and more efficient. This quote really says it all. It's about cooperation, sharing knowledge, and making sure the entire UAE operates as one single seamless zone for trade.
So there you have it. From a simple customer email all the way to navigating complex customs regulations, that's the journey. It's a job that demands precision and quick thinking, but it also puts you right at the center of the global economy. So the real question is, are you ready to be one of the people who connect the world, one shipment at a time?